controversy this week, and probably going into the next year, is the September national team call-up window.
Yeah.
So the team was released, and there was a kerfuffle, as one of my favorite words, as to who got called up, who didn't get called up, what it means. I want to shout out Tim Ream. I love this guy. He should not make the World Cup squad. Just I don't know what the national team is thinking, but just my opinion.
Do you think there is a better American center back right now?
No, but that's more a depiction of how bad the team is, and not right. One thing I will admit, right, as a Jamaican national team, which we'll talk about shortly next, the one thing America always produced was goalkeepers. I look at that list, and that can't be it, right? And even if the guy that's supposed to be on here gets called in, New England Revolution,
Matt Turner,
New England Revolution legend Matt Turner.
Even with him called up, that's not a massive improvement. So let's go from goalkeepers forward.
Well, let's start with the keepers, because you say that, and look, maybe the other two names on this list are we've got one Nepo hire here, and but I do think that Matt Freese has proven in the last couple of camps that he deserves to be here.
Yeah, sure.
No, see, I'm not disagreeing with that argument. I'm saying there was a time where there was a clear goalkeeper and we knew who it was. Like, right. It's Andre Blake, and then if he's broken, we put somebody else in. Who is the person who is the clear number one?
It's Matt Freese.
Really?
I think
it's Matt Freese.
I think that the decision for Matt Freese to be the what you're calling a clear-cut number one, I think might be a recency bias, man. Like, granted, I think if he's a clear number one, he's a clear number one because Matt Turner hasn't done anything lately.
No. We need to address him by his proper title: New England Revolution.
New England Revolution legend Matt Turner.
Matt Turner, yeah.
Yeah, I don't know. I just don't. To Marx's point, I don't think it's as clear cut as like, who's the bastard that was at goalkeeper so long?
So Tim Howard.
Tim Howard.
Clear number one. We knew he was starting, and then to be honest, I don't even remember who the backup was. Tim Howard was so consistent.
Was that one of the, like, Casey or Keller, whatever?
No, Kellerman was before that.
It doesn't matter.
Right. That's one of them things.
Yeah.
But yeah, like that was the thing. Most countries know what you produce, right? Argentina and Brazil, they produce great number 10s, right? We know what countries produce.
Right.
For longest
North American countries produce keepers.
Exactly. And that was my I mean, Canada now apparently has the best right back in the country. So, the best right back in the world.
But it's funny you're bringing this up because Mexico's in the same boat with goalkeepers. Like, Mexico's always produced great keepers too. And like with Ochoa just like getting older and like taking more of a leadership role, it's the same problem there right now. There isn't a clear cut.
Yeah, I mean, any other thoughts? I mean, Klinsmann, where does he even play at this point?
I don't even know who he is, I'll be honest with you.
It's the former coach's kid. So.
Yeah, I guess as a player, I don't know who he is.
Unfortunately, there are some nepotism.
I mean, that's U.S. soccer. Am I right?
Right. I mean, that's not just U.S. soccer. U.S. soccer is definitely up there, and
maybe it's because I see it more because we live here.
Sure.
Yeah.
Sure. But just to Matt Freese has an 80% save rate so far this season in MLS. So just keep that in mind too. I think I really am. And yes, recency bias is a part of it, but I think in that last camp and even the camp before that, I think he showed up and had some minutes too. Matt Freese has had an incredible run so far this year, and I think he's the guy, right? I don't think there's anybody else that has tested for that. I don't think
Stefan stepped back up at all since he moved to Colorado?
No.
Okay.
He's I think that move to Man City was a mistake. They should have loaned him out so he could get minutes, but he stayed, and then he retreated back here, which is the worry I'm having with the new signing to Colorado. It's like it always feels like a step backwards because you couldn't get minutes where you were, so you come here to get guaranteed minutes, and I'm not sure that always helps. So, yeah, but as far as that was just my quick thought on the team. So goalkeepers, I'm not really a big fan of Cincinnati. Oh, so wait, is this an all MLS goalkeeping squad?
believe it is.
No, Klinsman's not in MLS, is he?
Where do we have any goalkeepers who don't play in MLS for national team? Can you all think of any?
I don't think Klinsman plays in the U.S. He plays in Serie B.
Oh dear. Oh, okay.
Yep.
Anyways, we're gonna move on to defenders.
That doesn't help. It doesn't help.
That is a low. That is a low Serie B team too, right? That is
Yeah,
a
yeah.
low
Yeah,
Serie
yeah,
B
I
club.
didn't
That is
even
not a,
know.
That's
yeah.
not a club that's competing to go up. That's a club that's fighting to stay up.
So that's even more proof of nepotism. But let's go to defenders. Again, this is not an insult against Tim Ream. He is a absolute actual, and this is not a joke, Fulham legend.
Yeah, definitely.
He is a national
full
team
American
legend.
all day.
Yeah, I think he needs.
He's captaining the Charlotte squad and has been for a season and a half now.
Like, isn't he 36? How old is he? Like,
not young.
No, he's not young at all.
He's 37.
Holy cow!
He'll be 38 by the time the World Cup kicks around. I don't know if we need to run him through.
I think a lot of the fans I spoke to when they were talking about Tim Ream on this roster, they saw him as a steward for this year until you have the depth that you want, or you've chosen your young guys, and then you basically drop them, right? Or you have him as center back depth and a leader in the room.
He's gonna be on the World Cup team if he's healthy. He just doesn't need to start a single game, is what I'm saying.
Yeah, I'm okay with that thought process.
He needs to be a player coach, right? Where he's a guy with experience who the young guys would listen to. Obviously,
locker room leader.
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, let me give you a list of center backs. You were asking if there's better. Let me just read off a list of center backs real quick that are U.S. Chris Richards, who's already in the lineup. I think most people will consider him the best one anyways.
Yeah.
There's always going to be arguments, obviously. Tim Ream comes up second on this depth chart that I'm reading. Mark McKenzie, who plays at Toulouse. Miles Robinson, Cincinnati. Cameron Carter-Vickers, Celtic. Austin Trusty, Celtic. Walker Zimmerman, Nashville. George Campbell, Montreal. Tristan Blackman, Vancouver. And from there, it just kind of starts, becoming.
So Blackman's here on the roster.
Yeah.
Well, okay, I'll finish reading this list then real quick, since apparently it is that deep. Jalen Neal, Montreal. Nokai Banks, Augsburg. Jackson Reagan, Seattle, who's been performing pretty well for the Sounders, I think. Yep. Justin Glad, Salt Lake. Aaron Long, LAFC. And Matt Miazga at Cincinnati.
And Long's hurt.
About Matt Miazga is not getting called to this team, so I
don't think so.
Come out of this. Des to me is not a defender, but we're going to convert him because that's what Americans do.
He's more of a wing back, right?
And by the way, the list I was reading was just center backs, because we were talking about Tim Ream.
Yeah, fair enough. Who? All right. So of that list we just went through, and the list on the team, who do you think is the World Cup starter? I think it's Chris Richards, and then we find a teammate for him.
I think I'm Chris Richards and maybe Cameron Carter-Vickers.
Maybe.
I watch a lot of Celtic football, which is if you ever feel suicidal, do not turn on one of those games. To tell you that much, it's been an awful start to the season for them. But I do think Austin Trusty is a contender. I don't know if he's a starter. I think he's a guy that should be seeing some minutes in some camps here too. But overall, I do just want to make sure that we understand here that this is not, how Europe does camps. We don't do things the same way everybody else does, where it's every camp is your top guys. Right, there are B squads, there are C squads, and this is Pochettino also learning who his guys are, right? That's what 2025 is about, learning who his guys are so that when the 2026 call-ups start happening, he knows who his guys are.
And by the way, it's Pochettino learning how to coach at this level too.
Right, absolutely.
At this level is always funny. Here's the thing. We agree
coaching
with you.
At a national team level is completely different than coaching a club.
No, at this level, as in this level of national team. I agree with you.
No, I'm not saying at that level of national team.
No, I agree with you. Trust me, we're right here.
What I'm saying is, even if he took over the best national team in the world, it's still different from coaching pro team.
Marcus is trying to be a dick about Marcus is trying to shit on the US Nats. That's what he's doing.
That's not what he's doing.
Let me clear the runway.
Yeah, thank you. Yeah.
My bad.
Two non-USMNT fans here.
Right.
Here's the thing. January is called Camp Cupcake for a reason. That's usually when they bring in all these MLS guys.
That's
I
a good
think
point. Yeah.
I think what people's brains are not wrapping around is that the U.S. doesn't have to qualify. So basically, every camp until the World Cup is Camp Cupcake. There's no reason to compete for anything. All the big guys know who's coming, right? Pulisic, Sargent. Well, not Sargent. He's
What do you mean,
he's
Sergeant?
performing.
What do you mean? Sergeant
He
Sergeant leading the EFL in goals
No,
for
that's
like
what I'm
2
saying.
weeks?
He's performance based. No. What I'm saying is that Pulisic is, no matter what he's doing with his club team, is going to get called up. Sargent has to be performing to get a club as a call up. Is what the difference I was trying to make there. Tim Weah just got signed to a new team, so we'll see how that goes. But we know who, like, up front. We know who those guys are. It's everybody behind that. I think that's the issue.
I think the main question is defenders too. If you're talking about starters.
That's true. So we can move just slightly ahead. So
well, let's look at this midfield. Who in this midfield do you think is not deserving of a spot?
The other Nepo baby on the squad. I mean, that goes without saying.
You don't think Berhalter deserves a spot in this lineup the way he's been playing?
Absolutely.
I have talked a lot of trash about Berhalter just because of his name, because I like to yell Nepo baby at players. But I do think Berhalter is our new
Oh God!
Mainly because I don't know who I put above him, anyways, other than like the obvious.
Diego Luna, obviously, right? Diego Luna belongs there. Tyler Adams belongs there. But I think Berhalter and McGlynn are interchangeable options at this point. I think they've both got great outside screaming shots that can really be beneficial to this team. And I think really, I think this camp is about finding out which one of those guys comes along next year.
We're setting aside McKinney, Musa, Tillman right now, right? We're just talking about the players on here.
Sure.
Yes. That's what I'm saying. These are the outer skirts guys. These are the people who are like, if you ball out, you might get a call up. But
where's Brendan Aronson here? Do you think Brendan Aronson should be on this roster?
I mean, his call back to Colorado, he has to perform.
That's Paxton, right? Isn't that Paxton?
Which one?
Aronson?
No. I'm talking about Brendan Aronson. They're both midfielders, right?
Yeah. He just got called back to Colorado, right? That's the guy who just signed.
I couldn't tell you for sure. I'll be honest with you.
No, it's Paxton Aronson that just went to Colorado.
Oh, you're right. Brent. I'm looking at this. Luna, I think, should have got called up a long time ago. Luna is actually doing what Lucho Acosta was trying to do, which is become a U.S. citizen and then squeeze into this team. Lucho, apparently, with his attitude, that is long gone. So that's not going to happen, man. Diego Luna, I love because he's a success story. If you know his journey through the lower ranks.
It's awesome.
U.S. soccer here, going to a USL team, and then climbing the ladder. Like, that's what we dream will happen for a lot of guys. Unfortunately, the way the system is set up, it's a exception, not the rule.
On top of it, already is hard to even get that done in countries that have a good setup. Like, you're putting up so many barriers.
So, the midfield to me, Tyler Adams, again, he's a vet at this point. He does whatever him and Weston McKennie are like. You call them, you don't call them.
Yeah,
it's here or there for me. If they get called, they deserve it. If they don't get called, then you have to justify replacing them with somebody else.
Generally,
Again, the Nepo baby to me, he has to basically be a world beater for me to say, well, he earned this. Right?
I mean, he has been a world beater in Major League Soccer this year.
I'm gonna take your guys' word for it. I haven't seen much of him, and what I have seen of him, I'm not that impressed with. What about?
I definitely think he needs some polish. That's for sure.
Well,
that's what this is about. That's what this is about. Is having these guys going up against national squads like South Korea that are probably gonna kick the shit out of them, right? That's what this is about, though. It's how do you react when you're down 2 goals, right? These are the types of things that you need to see out of these guys early on, and when you're not playing for a qualifying spot. That's what this is about, right? This is about finding out who plays with who has what skills and where you can fit these pieces in. So when camps do start next year and we start looking at World Cup camps, you know who's getting called up.
Yeah.
I could give a shit less whether they beat Korea or not, right? I don't care. These are friendlies. The friendlies are not about winning and losing, and that's what that's what the USMNT internet gets really, really, really upset when we lose a friendly to Mexico or we lose a friendly to South Korea. Who gives a fuck? Who cares whether we win or lose? It's a friendly. And it's here's
the issue, right? So we've basically, and I'm using the royal we here, we've basically dominated CONCACAF, right? The only real competition is Mexico, although Canada, in my opinion, has leapfrogged slightly. We'll see what
I think we can all agree on that.
I think we'll see what Jesse Marsh can actually glue together.
Let's not sleep on Panama, because Panama has been really good the past couple of years too. So
here's the thing: we know there are CONCACAF teams who will surprise, right? Especially
there's 4 teams at the top of CONCACAF right now.
Yeah, especially if you go like you do, like we did, royal we again, go to Trinidad and complain about water on the field, and then you get your ass kicked. So, America. So, all right, to answer Dennis's issue, the reason I think people are having an issue is so you have a new coach that you spent a whole bunch of money to go get. We finally listened to Klinsman, and we sent all our best players to Europe, quote unquote. So I think the expectation game has hit a point where people expect us to beat teams that we're not legitimately supposed to beat. And I think that's the problem we're having. Also, I think maybe not everyone recognized that we are not in a qualifying cycle. So winning or losing these games are more about education than it is about
not having a qualifying cycle. I've realized I hate it. Yes. I hate not having a qualifying cycle.
I love it, and we'll find out why here in a second. Why I love it is because runway, baby, runway.
Yeah, I think I mostly just miss competitive international soccer that was like across, the year. I think that's a lot of fun. I miss the table.
Yes, having 3 hosting countries qualify, especially in CONCACAF, I think is a mistake.
But yeah, it does a lot of issues.
I benefit from it, so I really don't care.
Sure.
Let's go ahead and discuss these forwards before we move on here in a second. Obviously,
are you upset that there's no Tessman or no Cardoso or Cardoza? Is that the name of the other?
Cardoso. Yeah.
I mean, Tessman, I think has work to do. I think he'll make it. I think he has work to do. I look at this midfield, and besides Luna and Tyler Adams, I don't really think any of these guys are going to make it next year unless something drastic happens. In my opinion.
Cardoso, by the way, my bad.
Yeah, like once you add
respect on that name.
Yeah, once you add Weston back in, like we know the guys in the midfield that we're thinking. Although Weston McKennie might not be getting minutes in Juventus, so that might be an issue going forward.
Yeah, I guess I'm just wondering who's your backup defensive midfielder to Tyler Adams there.
I mean, it's a great because Luna's not a defender. I mean, you guys are telling me Beerhalter is doing work,
so but he's not defensive, right?
Yeah, he's not a defender. He's.
I'm just not seeing a backup defensive midfielder here.
Ooh, okay. Well, I guess
if they run that kind of formation,
I think Del Torre is the closest to a 2-way player that you have there.
Okay. I mean, I'm going to do some more research on these guys. They're scattered all over the world for the most part, and I do watch. The MLS guys I do pay attention to, and that's why the Berhalter thing is a little, I watch Columbus games. He's not blowing off the page for me.
Del Torre goes both ways. He can be a defending midfielder as much as he can be an attacker. He's that guy that plays that a little bit more.
Berhalter's in Vancouver.
Yes.
It says Columbus on my sheet here.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure he's in Vancouver.
Oh, no, sorry. Sean, the last name is what I was looking up. You're right.
That's not the point. That's not the
point. Yeah. Go ahead. My fault. So let's go to the forwards, right? Pulisic, Josh Sargent, Tim Weah are the 3 recognized names. What do you think about Downs and I don't know how to pronounce that last
name.
Zendejas.
Okay, there you go. What are your thoughts on that?
Zendejas, I think absolutely belongs getting some opportunity here. He's much more of a winger than he is a forward.
Definitely.
He's a right wing, if you will. But he's had some great progress over the last couple of years, and I think he's going to be a guy that could be a good bench rotation piece for the final Cup roster. But he plays for Club America, right?
Yeah, or he at least has for the last 5 years, I think.
Yeah.
Where does Downs play? I don't recognize the name.
Southampton,
yeah. I just had to look that up too. So
yeah, I just didn't recognize the name.
I'm surprised that Downs got called up, but keep in mind you've got Ricardo Pepi, who is still working his way back from an injury. Hasn't even really started yet for PSV. You've got Balogun is still hurt.
Oh, that's why that name sounds familiar. This is the guy that why we started signing a bunch of mid-tier homegrown contracts because he got away from us.
Oh,
Yes.
oh
That's
my
from
God.
2015. I was like, why does Alex sound so familiar? Yeah, he left and
Yeah.
went to Mexico
Yeah.
as a next pro. He didn't sign the contract. He
Yeah,
didn't sign
He's an FC Dallas Academy player.
Yes. So yeah, he's the
Yeah,
reason
I
we
knew he
started
was an FC
signing.
Dallas product. I forgot about the whole story though.
Yeah, yeah. Okay, that makes sense now. Yeah, but
Yeah.
I was just looking it up. I'm like, wait, he played here? Okay. Yeah, yeah. So that was the era. That was the era right after we lost Weston and Pepe, and then we were like, these guys are leaving for free, so
Right.
we started signing people. So that's pretty dope. But yeah,
Wow.
Jones.
Has Cade Cowell dropped off that much that he's not even on this potential bench roster?
I mean, there's a warm up. There's going to be a January window. This
Yeah,
is
fair
end
enough.
all be all.
I'm just realizing I haven't heard Cade Cowell's name in a long time.
I mean, where's he playing?
He went to Chivas.
Ooh.
Right? Isn't that where he went?
Here's 5 names I'm going to throw out that I
for it.
think will absolutely show up at the next camp or at least early next season that we'll start to see, or early next year we'll start to see them pop up in camps. That
the names are Jesus Ferreira.
Jesus Ferreira.
Look, I wasn't going to mention Jesus, but look, if his form keeps up the way he's been the last couple of weeks, there might be an opportunity to see him in an early camp next year.
Sure.
Top 5 forwards for US.
Go ahead. Sorry.
Jesus Ferreira. Are
the playing a Caribbean team? That's the joke, right?
Yeah, fair enough.
Well, if we're talking defenders, where's Nkosi Tafari?
Unfortunately, no chance. But yeah, go ahead.
He scored 2 goals the last couple of weeks, hasn't he?
I have no idea.
I think they were own goals.
Not against Dallas. That's all I know.
I think he's had 2 own goals, or 2.
No!
I don't think they were actually own goals. I think he's had 2 where he kind of tipped in balls that were going in anyway.
Oh, like the borderline between deflecting in and own goals is that fine line on the score.
Coach, it's fine. We love you. We'd welcome you back here any day.
Anytime. You can come on the podcast too if you want.
I'll buy you dinner. Let's go.
For sure. But yeah, so forwards you were gonna name here then.
Not necessarily all forwards. Just 5 names here. 4 of them are forwards, and maybe a midfield forward. But you got Ricardo Pepi, right?
Okay.
Yeah. He's working his way back from injury. Should be starting at PSV in the next couple of weeks, trying to get back to form, right? So you'll see him early next year. Backing up to the defense, I know we didn't really get to the outside backs, but we got Anthony Robinson.
Yeah. Okay. Solid.
Another guy working his way back to form. Start of the season for him. Patrick Adjumé.
Yeah, I forgot about him.
Had a great camp. Did not the best camp, not the best performance. Had a great camp. Signed in Europe. Isn't this what you guys want? This is what you guys keep saying? You want players that go to Europe to play? You've got a guy, came out of the States, went to Europe to play. Let's get him in the lineup.
Is he getting minutes in Europe, though? That's what people... You can't go and be a bench forward.
I believe he got hurt in... I believe he missed the first game because he was first 2 games. I think he got hurt, so I don't...
Okay. Fair enough.
Yeah.
Yeah, so...
but he has showed up for the national team a few times, right? So
yeah, he's had some great goals. He's had some great appearances. Valerian Balogun.
You love you some Balogun, right, Dennis?
I think he's probably the second or third choice here at striker. If he's healthy, again,
second or third.
Second or third, yeah. If you're saying Josh Sargent is your 1, I think you've got Balu and Pepe are your 2 and 3.
Not Tim.
I definitely take him over Haji Wright.
Well, yeah, Haji Wright is
Haji Wright and Weah is again. He's one of those guys that he's not a traditional striker, right? Weah is one of those guys that's going to play more of an outside. He's going to play like an off striker or an outside like a winger role, like Pulisic does, like Zendejas does, right?
Yeah.
So if we're just talking natural strikers, I'm going Sargent, Pepe, Balu, Adjumé. Those are my 4. But last but not least, and another guy who I think absolutely belongs on this list and probably should have come back to this camp, but might be a getting back into form issue too, Malik Tillman.
I forgot about Tillman.
Malik Tillman balled out in the Gold Cup.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
No.
Yeah, I'm embarrassed that I forgot about Tillman, actually.
Where's he?
That's going to get your USMNT weight up here, bro.
I mean, he's only played 1 match in the Bundesliga, so that might be the issue. He's not getting minutes. He's 23 though, young guy.
He's in the Bundesliga.
Yeah.
Huh?
He's for
Well,
Bayern.
he just got
Did he
traded.
move there?
He just got sold. He just got sold in the
because
offseason.
I associated him with playing with Pepe, so I was like, wait.
Yeah,
what?
he just got sold in the offseason to one of the big three.
Bayern Leverkusen.
Leverkusen, right? He's at Leverkusen. Now.
Boy, my information's so old currently. It seems.
Yeah, he's at Leverkusen now. That was start of the window, start of the offseason.
Yeah.
That move happened.
Well, hopefully, it balls out over there. I like an American in Germany.
I mean, to be honest, so do I. I like an American on Fulham, which I don't think they have one right now.
I'll tell you who didn't like the Americans in Germany in '42.
Gio Reyna, you're right.
Gio Reyna. Yeah,
Gio wasn't playing anywhere up until a week ago.
If you want views on a U.S. men's national team podcast, you have to shit on Gio Reyna, right? Isn't that how it works?
That is true.
I do believe that's how it is. I do believe we have to say Gio Reyna sucks.
Just say Gio Reyna 5 times.
So here's the question: how many? I mean, we'll go ahead and wrap this up right quick. But how many men do you carry on a national World Cup squad? 28, right? 23,
28? I don't know.
Is it 23?
I have no idea.
I guess we gotta look it up. I thought it was 28. Yeah. So I think a couple of these guys will make the 28. How about that? Right. I think that's all we'll.
That's what this is about, though. This is about seeing which of these guys at each position will make that final roster, and where do they end up, right? Who plays well with who? Who goes out there and balls out next to Chris Richards? Who goes out and balls out with Tim Ream? Who goes out and is able to finish off a Diego Luna pass? Who's out there to let Pulisic set them up? And I think that's what this is about, is let's find the pieces that work. So next year we know we start playing together next year, playing real games that mean something next year.
Right.
That's when we bring everybody up. These games are meaningless. Japan and South Korea in Columbus and Harrison, New Jersey, this is about asses in seats, right? These games do not fucking matter, people. They don't matter.
By the way, it's a 26-man roster. I just looked it up.
26, sorry.
Fair enough. They do kind of matter for a ranking, which matters in other ways. But yeah, I agree with you.
It doesn't matter. Where is the U.S. men's national team concerned about ranking? Because we're qualified for the World Cup.
Yeah, it won't affect the pot, will it, for them?
No, not at all. Not at all.
That's what I said.
The pot's gonna. Look, this is FIFA. We
FIFA
know the
rankings,
pot is
man. Oh
right.
my God.
We know the pot is going to be rigged. That U.S., Mexico, Canada are not going to be in the same pot. We know that.
Well, that's not rigged. I think that the host nation.
Sure, but not only are they going to. Yeah. All three of the host nations are going to have a favorable enough draw that they are through at the very least to the knockout round.
That's not historically.
Yeah. I was like, let's. Oh.